Hello viewers, it's me again, Ibinabo Abam, and this is Frank Talk. Last episode on Frank Talk, I had some of my friends up here with me and we discussed a few things that relate to us at our homes and schools. We've heard from the children, now let's hear from the parents. With me here I have two guests and they are
Mr. Sonny Odell.
Mrs. Fifi I.
We'll be right back on Frank Talk. Welcome back to Frank Talk. Like I said, we have a lot to discuss about. And last episode on Frank Talk, we discussed about child molestation, sibling rivalry, bullies at school, and so on. This episode, we're going to be talking about child upbringing, parental mode of correction, parents playing favoritism on their children, and lots more. Now let's go straight to the questions. This question goes to you, Uncle Sonny. You are a father of two, and you have two children, a son and a daughter. What has been your experience raising children, especially your teenage daughter?
Thank you very much, Ibinabo. Parental upbringing is quite challenging. To bring up our words is quite challenging. But the challenge we have today as parents, we neglect so many aspects of our children upbringing. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6 said, we should train up a child the way he should go. When he grows up, he will not depart from it. You know, oftentimes, we are to set standard for our children. We should be a role model for our children. That is why it is not even too good to exchange words with people while our children are there. Excessive anger. You know, some parents are full of anger. And there's a way you will behave in the presence of your child. When he grows, he will see that he may be thinking maybe what the parents has done or the father or the mother has done, their attitude does not have any negative impact. He can decide to follow suit. So we should always stand our ground. One, who are our children friends? We need to know the friends of our children. We need to know the kind of company they keep. Some parents, they wake up very early to leave the house. They don't even have time to have a word with their children or praise with them. They will still come back late. They don't even meet them awake. They have already gone to sleep. So it continues like that. And oftentimes, some parents doesn't go to church with their children. Because if you groom your children in the word of God, in the ways of God, they will live well, live right. And as I said, again, you need to be friends with your children. Make your children your friends. So, because there are some things, if you make children your friends, they will not hide their feelings or whatever is disturbing them from you as a parent. Thank you.
Sir, you talked about negligence and to make friends with your children, which is very, very important. Thank you for that. And TV, what are your thoughts? We've heard from Uncle Sonny. Now we want to hear from you.
Okay, my thoughts on training a child or training your children is more or less being a model to your children. It's very important because children look up to us and they need that model. And because we are the people they see every day, day in, day out, they live with us. So whatever we do is what they learn to do. Like he said, the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. So it's very important that we do the training by being what we want our children to be. If you want your children to be responsible, your child to be responsible, do well to be responsible. If you want your child to be respectful, do well to respect. Don't just tell them, respect adults, do this, do that, while you do other things, you know. It's very important. So my take on training up a child is just be what you want your children to be. Live by example. If you want your children to be responsible, be responsible. If you want your children to be respectful, be respectful. If you want your children to be responsible, to be adults that take responsibility, just be that. If you want your children to be a Christian, be a Christian. If you want your children to be a lover of God, be a lover of God, and let them see it in your actions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Auntie Fee. There's something that I love that she said. Lead by example and let your child follow. Some parents, they don't do what they preach. Always do what you preach. Like, if you want your child to be a lover of God, be a lover of God. If you want your child to be responsible, be responsible and let your child follow. Because we, the children, we are watching. We'll be right back on Frank Talk. Auntie Fee, this question goes to you. Do you have a strategy on device control? And like, what time does your child start with their phone and what time do they end?
Okay, I'm going to give example with my own children. In my house, we don't do phones during the weekdays. From Monday to Friday, there is no phone. But they can use their phone on weekends, timely. You have time to use your phone and time to study. It's a scheduled time. I schedule their time. That's the most important thing. So, and I monitor what they do on their phones. And I do that with an app that I normally use, Family Link. So by that app, I know what they do. I monitor the games they download. I monitor the apps they use. And apart from that, once in a while, I go through their phones. Yeah. And if I see something that I don't like, I talk to them. I don't always shout on them when I see something I don't like. I just call to them because I want to know why they do the things they do, or what happened or what made them do what they did, okay? And if I see any game or any app I don't understand, I chat with them. I can even go ahead to download the same app to understand what is happening.
Thank you, Auntie Fee. Actually, I know about Family Link. My mom has it too, and she knows everything I do on my phone through that Family Link. Uncle Sonny, please, can we hear your thoughts?
Thank you very much. As she said, we need to monitor the devices of our children. We should always let them know the time to use their devices. Mostly like weekdays, school, when they come back from school, they will come with their home fronts, so they must get ready for the next day. So those their home front, you make sure they go through them, the home choice. If there is any domestic work that they need to do, you help them, guide them how to do it. And you know, if not because of the security challenges we are having in the nation today, for me, I don't want my child to just be carrying devices around like that. But because of the insecurity that is rampant today, that is why they need those devices. I'm not saying that we should just allow them to be using them anyhow. But even if we give them those devices, we need to guide them. The kind of games they download, the kind of films they watch, the kind of music they listen to. You know, some of these things used to influence children. They're like films. There are films you just engage your mind to, and that will continue to ring on your head. Even while in school, maybe your teachers are teaching, your mind still go back to what you have watched. So we must understand and help our children to feed them with the right information, to allow them to know some things. This area, don't go there. And they will also ask you the reason why you are not allowing them to go to that area. So what you do, you guide them. Tell them, this is the reason why I don't want you to go here. This is the impact. It has negative and positive impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Just like Uncle Sonny said, there are some negative impacts that happen on the devices, like what the films you watch, the music you listen to, games you play, those are all influences that can influence you. Even like in school, when the teacher is teaching, your mind will still go back to what you watched or the game you played. Those are the negative influences. It could be a source of distraction to you. So children, be careful the games you play, the films you watch, and the songs you listen to. And parents, please pay attention to avoid addiction. We'll be right back on Frank Talk. And Tiffy, this question goes to you. What's your take on parents playing favoritism on their children, and what's your advice to parents on that?
Parents playing favoritism is very common these days. We parents, we are not aware. We really need to be aware. And I think we do it not knowing that we do it. And it comes from, we only know when our children start complaining, and it's not really nice. Because playing favoritism among your children brings division. It's a very horrible way of bringing up children. It makes your child, it can even lead to complex. A child feeling less important or less, of themselves. It brings a lot of negativity in home. So if you really want to divide your home by yourself, continue with your parents' favoritism. We need to know that our children are different, and being different, they are unique. So that your child is not behaving the way you like does not mean that he or she does not have a strength that you can enhance, that can make you proud tomorrow. So we need to be aware that our children are looking at us or looking up to us. And when we start doing it, let's catch ourselves and rearrange in order to breed unity in our homes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Auntie. Quickly, we want to hear from Uncle Sonny about the same issue. Uncle Sonny, over to you.
Thank you very much. Like our sister said, children, they have their different characters. Mm-hmm. If one needs something, there's a way he approaches you. The way the first one approach, that will not be the way the second one will approach. They have their different way of approaching issues. When they need something from parents. At times when one, maybe your child A, asks for something, and immediately you respond. When child B comes and asks for he or her own thing, and you don't respond promptly the way you responded for the first, the child will be thinking maybe you hate him or her. But that is not the case. That is not the case. At times, you'll be carried away with some things. It will look as if you take side on one and the other. It's not like that. But as a parents, we need to balance up those things. Some parents are doing this thing unaware. Yes. Not that they do it deliberately. They are not aware that some of these things they are doing is affecting. It has some negative impacts on their children. So we need to balance. Maybe if your one of your child asks for something and you are able to give, the second one, if the second child come and asks, you should try and give what the child asks of. Although you must know what the kind of things they are asking for, not something that will hurt them. It's for anything for their own good. But anything that you see that will not be good, you don't give it to them because it is your right or their right for you to give them what they are asking. There are some things you need to ask them. What did you want to do with this? If what they are asking for is not genuine, you need to cancel it. So you must try to always balance the situation here, so that one will not feel dislike than the other. One will say you are favorite to our father or mother, that he's not being loved. So you need to balance the equation. Everything must be balanced. I know it's not easy, but you must put on your best to see that you balance it, so that the love will not be one-sided. Yes. You must balance it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I want to say a very big thank you to my special guest. And thank you, viewers, for watching Frank Talk with Ibinabo Abam. I hope our viewers, our parents and children picked something from this episode. And I just want to say I love you all. Please share this video and subscribe to my channel. I will also like to read your comments, and please comment in the comment section. God bless you. Until I come your way again, I remain Ibinabo Abam. Bye.